Yeah, viewers all over the world. For some of you that are seeing me for the first time, Ogbuefi Ezeana ugochitubelu na Oraifite maọbụ I'm an ancient high priest. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na ugochitubelu na temple. Anyị na-agba akwụkwọ afa mmiri edokwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission, bụrụ onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me a priest or an evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. N'ụbọchị taa n'oge awa nke eziokwu, isiokwu anyị ji wee bịa bụ what we must avoid in creation. Yes, I'm here to tell you that in this gross material world, for you to have peace of mind, for you to live this on earth to the fullest, there is something you must avoid, and there is also something you must be doing in order not to come into direct confrontation with the natural forces that governs this universe. Like I told you in my previous lectures, Earth Manual. That Earth Manual is embedded in the Ten Commandments, the natural laws. Yes. And what are the laws of homogeneous species, laws of attractions, laws of sowing and reaping, whatever, and laws of retributive justice. All these are the mechanisms that govern this universe. Once you align yourself and avoid coming into direct confrontation with these natural forces, believe in me, you'll be blessed in all ramifications. Yes. And the ones you understand those things you must avoid, and you avoid them, believe in me, you have already built personal relations with the forces of nature and natural forces, and they will always be here to fight for you. Yes. Whatever you determine for your future will happen. If you want your future to be blissful, you must so make an effort to determine how you want your future to be. Because today determines tomorrow. You want to know before we dive into today's lecture proper, important announcements. We are still in the second month of 2026, according to Roman calendar. Our monthly ritual for the month is still ongoing. You can join us anywhere you are all over the globe. Distance is never a barrier in all we do in the temple. This morning I have gone to temple to make sacrifices and rituals and pray on behalf of our people all over the world. The friends of the temple, the children of the temple, the members of Eze-Ana Restoration Evangelical Mission and Consecrated Group. We keep doing it this way till the last day of the month. We visit the waters with eatable things to offer sacrifices on behalf of all. We proceed back to temple to offer sacrifices to entities of powers. So if you want to be a partaker of these group rituals that is so wonderful, we have massive testimonies. We started these rituals over 4 years. But as you all know, we don't show those things on social media because it's not actually necessary why we are here. So if you want to be a partaker of that, what you have to do is to chat me on WhatsApp, forward your 3 prayer requests which we keep in the altar. Then you make token donation to the account number. Chat me on WhatsApp so that I will tell you other things we need for you in order to. My WhatsApp number remains. Look on your screen, you see it. 0805 7837672. I repeat, 0805 7837672. Now let's proceed. Like I said before, the topic of today is what we must avoid in creation. If you will be able to avoid these things, believe in me, you have solved your earthly challenges. Man is the architect of his own problems. Whatever you sow, so shall you reap. Galatians chapter 6 verse 7. You cannot walk in your house and go to Judas Beggar to receive your salary. The problem is that man keep thinking, no one will do for nature. And if you really want your tomorrow to be better, is what you do today, you enjoy tomorrow. Chukwu is not for the Christmas. So if you don't like what is happening to you right now, then you must be angry in your situation right now, and you'll be determined to make something different by living a new life that will determine your better tomorrow. If you keep decide to be idle, slumbering, believe in me, you can never change your tomorrow. So anybody you say that is enjoying tomorrow, or will enjoy tomorrow, or even enjoying now, is as a result of what the person must have sold, or what the person must have attracted. Maybe his father or his forefathers labored so much for him, and the law of karma necessitated is that the person will reconnect in the same family and will be enjoying it. So I can tell you that whatever you are passing through today is as a result of what you have sown in the previous life, or what you attracted by yourself. Now, there are so many ways we attract those things to ourselves without knowing it. And because of those things, because you are ignorant of how things work, that is why today I want to open your eyes, so that bandage in your eyes will fall, so that you will see how you attracted those things for yourself. Now, if you don't want to continually feed in those negative forces that you are passing through, you must change in order to rewrite, yes, your destiny. Man has the ability to rewrite your destiny. If you want your tomorrow, how you want your tomorrow to be, you have the powers to make it happen today. So our present determines our future. Now, what I want to tell you here now is that if you want not to be living life filled with karmic effects, you try to avoid those things that will put you into direct confrontation with karma. One, don't be an oppressor. Never you oppress somebody because you care. Like you are a civil servant here, organ at the top, and someone is there laboring in vain, and because you have the powers to promote and to demote, and you are using it to oppress this person because the person has nobody, or because you ask the person to go down with you and the person refuses, and you decide to punish the person, or you decide to punish the person because of this or that, and the person have not wronged you in any way, believe in me, you are going the wrong way. Or you are senior uncle, you are late brother's children, you are tormenting them, taking what is not yours. You know in your family, you know the sharing formula, and you decided to take all the family lands by yourself to oppress others because you have the powers. You must avoid that. You must avoid to oppress the orphans, the widows, those less privileged people that are looking up to you to lead, to show them the way. And the only thing you are teaching them is wickedness. Avoid sitting on another person's progress or stampeding someone so that the person will not succeed in life. They have been doing everything humanly possible to cage your people, to make sure that they will not have breathing space. Your future will not be palatable. Your future will be doomed. The karma will pay you in your own coin when the time comes, because karma is real. Whether you take it, whether you believe it or not, it has a way of boomeranging back to you, the originator. And the one funny thing is that when it comes, some people around you might receive the heat. Do you know? Let me give you one analogy. Do you know that if you see a ripe mango, you want to go and pluck the ripe mango, there is possibility that other mangoes surrounding very close to that unripe mango might fall together. The same way, when the karma comes, some of your family members, some of your children might be victim, because karma want to deal with you. And once they want to deal with you, there is other surrounding members, people that are too close to you, might receive brouhaha as well. So what am I saying in essence? understand that whatever you sow in creation, God can never be mocked. It's there boldly written. And there is what we call law of retributive justice. Some people will say, God punish you. God cannot punish you. God, if you know whom God is, He's divine. He's the Almighty, the unmovable mover. He can't descend so low, punishing Agnes, punishing Innocent, punishing John, punishing Emeka. No! He's belittling God if you know who God is, or you have faith idea His glory. He's on His throne. He have already delegated powers to natural forces to ensure that whatever any man sow, so shall you. So the karma have delegated powers to the natural forces to deal with you, to ensure that whatever any man sows flows back to the originator. And those natural forces, he can't bribe them. So you that you have servants, mates that is working for you, says girls, you are the oga, you begin to molest them. Some of them, you want to get them down to the bed. And the ladies working with you are not interested anyway. Now you coerce them. They are afraid of you that you will sack them. Because of that, they comply. What you are doing is evil. Because that thing you are doing will turn and become karma to you. Because those people is no longer doing it joyfully. You coerce them. And therefore, they will be placing curse on you. Yes, sex supposed to be a joyful activities if two people involved, two adults, agree to it. But when you coerce somebody under threat, then the person not doing it freely, it's no longer joyful activities. You are oppressing the person. What of the person that is working for you? Are you the type that you don't pay your workers, you don't, if somebody can serve you 6 years, after 6 years, you plan it and set the person up, maybe after 5 years to sack him empty-handed. Make sure that anybody that serves you, if for any reason that the person, you will not continue staying with the person, make sure you do not pay in the person, make sure you pay the person off. Even me, people that work for me, if for any reason I'm no longer enjoying your service, I make sure that I will pay you. Even if you work extra 1 week, I will pay you for that 1 week. Assuming your salary is on month end and you are leaving 2 weeks after your salary, I will still pay you for that 2 weeks. You know why? Because I don't want anybody to be indebted to anybody. So what I'm telling you is that is there even in the Bible that a worker deserves his wages. Anyway, you will take what is not yours, because the person labored for that work, you deserve his pay. Whatever you agree with the person. In any way you are oppressing anybody, you know yourself. You don't want me to be reminding you of the bad behavior. Sometimes you see a man oppressing his wife. It's not good. Now, sometimes you even see a woman oppressing the man of the house, beating the man up. I've seen some blackmailing the man. Some maybe you have problem with you and your husband, you are having constant problem. You now coerce the children to hate their father. You are evil, you must avoid it. All those things you are doing have a way of coming back to you sooner or later. But believe in me, all those things you are doing, you know that this land is not yours. Why dragging it? Why supporting evil? Yes, they call you to say something in the village. I know the truth. Why can't you say the truth? Instead, you decide to take side with the person that maybe have given you bribe. Or maybe you are even a leader, you are a politician. You're supposed to lead their state, you're supposed to lead their local government. That public fund entrusted to you is not yours. It's not yours. How do you utilize it? You did what you like against the interests of all. Karma is rare. Karma knows how to get back at you. Maybe that's when you pass on it, you experience terrible death. Maybe sometimes even at the beyond, you will see that your children will be useless. Those children, those your family members, because of them, you grab so much money that you don't even need. You suffer. Those things is what you need to avoid. Don't allow another person's tear to be in your palm. Don't be the cause of another person's tears. Don't be the cause of another person's predicament, suffering. You're supposed to be a joy giver. You're supposed to be a cause of joy to this creation. You're supposed to make this world a better place than you make it. Yeah, I understand that you will not please everybody, but do your best. Let nature understand that you have done your best. So in any opportunity given to you, think about the less privileged, people you are better off. Show sincere love to the less privileged, people you are better off. I'm not saying that you will be friends with them. Yes, because sometimes some of these poor people, those people are naturally wicked, thinking, yes, I understand that some of them is so bitter. I'm not saying that you should be loose with them. I'm saying that you will be friends with them. Yes, but don't take what is theirs. If they work for you, for crying out loud, pay them. Don't be an oppressor to anybody. If you cannot lift the person's problem, the load, don't be the cause of heavy punishment to that person. You are free to avoid anybody that is not sharing the same orientation, the same understanding with you. Fine. It's not a more that you will friend to all. No. But don't be the cause of their problem when you cannot even help them. The 10 Commandments is a must. You must keep it if you really want to be friends with the natural forces. I'm here on earth to build bridges with the natural forces and supernatural entities. Building personal relations, they have a way of paying you back as their friends. But when you make yourself, put yourself in the direct opposite, and you become enemies with them, believe me, you will cry sooner or later. Let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture, or you want us to do deep consultation for you, or you want to chat with me, my number remains 0805 7837672. I repeat, 0805 7837672. Let us pray. Ekwem. Ekwerem na Chineke. Ekwerem na ọ dịghị ihe siri m ike nke Chineke na-apụghị izi m ụzọ m ga-esi lụgbuo ya n'ihi na ọ mazuru ihe niile. Obi m siri ike na Chineke emeworo m ya, ya gazie. May the blessings of Chukwuoke Premier be with you all. May you be protected. May you be blessed now and forevermore. Ya gazie.